With regards to the basketball kicking incident, was the kid's family in on that, and did they receive anything after the show?
Uh, of all the things and all the gimmicks that I have done over the years, the one that everybody remembers is the little boy and the basketball.
Yep.
And so here's the story. We were in Milwaukee, and Milwaukee. I remember asking the question. I said, "Well, what's Milwaukee famous for?" And somebody said, "Beer and basketball." And so I said, "Well, we can't do anything with beer. Let's do something with the basketball." And so I think it was I actually think it was Gorilla Monsoon's idea. Excuse me. And he said, "Let's get a basketball, and you dribble the basketball, and you tell a little boy, okay, let me see you dribble the basketball 10 times," and he does it. Yeah, and you could tell when he did it that he was doing it, but I was scared to death that at any moment he was going to miss. I said, "Okay, if you could do that again 15 times without missing, you know, I'll give you $500."
Hmm.
And of course, being the $1 million man, and son, I could tell you and your family need the money. What a jerk, right?
Right.
And so he starts with it, and he gets right. He gets to 14, and I didn't really kick the ball. I just put my foot under where the ball was going to bounce, and made it bounce off of my foot. And I said, that's tough luck, kid. When you don't get the job done, you don't get the money, or you don't get paid." Now we rehearsed it, and in rehearsal, I was just being me. But when we do it live, I got to be the $1 million man. I got to be hardcore.
Right.
When I said, "When you don't get the job done, you don't get paid," oh, it scared him. He had crocodile tears. I mean, oh my gosh, he started crying.
Yeah.
He ran to his mother. I mean, he couldn't have done it any better. I mean, man, I remember getting backstage and everybody was going, "That was so good. Oh my gosh, that was great." And I said, "I'm glad you're all happy. Now find an armored vehicle to get me out of the building." I mean, those people they want to kill me. So fast forward 20 years, uh, I was in Omaha, Nebraska, which is where I'm originally from. That was my home, or that's where the DiBiase's started, and my dad had a home, a household. Like when you're a wrestler's kid, you moved around a lot. You lived in a lot of apartments, but
Right.
that was a legitimately home. And so I had gone there to, it wasn't wrestling related. I think I had some kind of a speaking engagement. My ministry, that was what it was. And I had a speaking engagement related to my ministry, and I was renting a car. And so this guy taps me on the shoulder, and I turn around, and I'm gosh, like looking at his chest. Well, I'm 6'4". Well, I'm like 6'2" now. You get old, you shrink. But anyway, and I'm looking at this guy's chest. I look up, like, oh my gosh. And he said, "Hey, Mr. DiBiase," he says, "I'm the manager here. Can I help you find a car?" I said, "Yeah, man. And find something that would fit both of us." And he said, "I'd be happy to." And then he waited a couple seconds, and then he said, "By the way," he says, "do you remember that thing you did with the kid in the basketball?" And it was just the expression on his face. And I looked at him, and I went, "No." And he says, "It's nice to see you again." It was him.
No
It
way.
was him. What are the odds of that happening? And and I said, "Are you serious? Is it really you?" And he's, "Yes, it's really me." And I said, "Well, obviously you look like you're doing good for yourself." And he says, "You're going to love this, Mr. DiBiase." He says, "I actually went to college on a basketball scholarship."
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh my gosh. Right. And it was incredible.
What
So,
are the odds? That is just
yeah.
amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you get a photo with him or anything like
Oh,
that?
I did. And the other thing was I got his information, and I don't know how I lost it. I'm bad at losing things, especially when I'm out on the road. But I would have loved, and even now, if I could if the WWE could get a hold of that guy, I mean, I know if I could have done something with him. Like do this, like, yeah, hey fans, do you remember this? Well, now, now let me introduce you to this guy who used to be about this tall. Now he's, like a foot taller than me.
I'm already picturing you doing it to another kid and he intervenes or something like that. It would be it would be tremendous.
But that was just, it was unbelievable. He, went to college on a basketball scholarship.
well, let me put
Crazy.
it out there. If he's listening to this right now, please reach out online at Ted DiBiase Pod. We'd love to have you come on the show. It would be incredible.
It would.
So, man, so that night though, did you go and talk to the kid afterwards, or were you just out of the building?
Oh no, we went and thanked him. I mean, like almost immediately after. And of course, and obviously the kid did get the money. It's
Yes.
like, because I did a lot of things with different people, trying to prove that everybody had a price. Um, I think one week I picked a girl out of the crowd and I got her in the ring and made her get on her hands and knees and bark like a dog.
You made
I mean,
Rob Van Dam kiss your foot.
oh yeah, exactly. Rob Van Dam kissed my foot. I said, "Look what I did for him."
Skyrocket. I mean,
He kisses my foot. He loves wrestling, and eventually he becomes a big star.
Hall of Famer now. A
Yeah.
coincidence? I
Oh
think
yeah.
not.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Ted,
And what was funny is when after, and I didn't see, I heard that he got in the business and saw that he was doing well, but I can't remember where it was the first time we actually came face to face again. And I looked at him and smiled and I said, "Hey, I got another foot over here you can kiss." And he says, "Okay," he says, "but it's a lot more expensive now."